up, Basin? And welcome back to the Basin is Live podcast. Today we have Kayla, and she's from the Burnout Boutique. Kayla.
Hey, girl. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited. And we got tons of things for you. We're talking about entrepreneurship, how she got started, where'd this dream come from. And she's local, and she just loves just being here and doing what she does. And she's going to explain everything today. So I'm going to give the floor to her, but we have questions.
Let's do this.
We have tons of questions.
Settle in.
And we're not good memorizers, so we do have these. Excuse us.
We got this.
Okay, Kayla, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what story behind how Burnout Boutique got started? What was the moment when you knew you wanted to do this?
Burnout started at my kitchen table, believe it or not.
Oh.
And it was during a season of my life where I felt completely burnout, really. I felt just burnt out.
I think we all experienced that.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't just tired. But I felt disconnected from who I was.
Yeah.
I love being a mother. I have a 4-year-old and an almost 14-year-old.
What?
Yeah, I know. 10 years in between.
So I don't have kids, so I like hearing about other people's kids.
I spaced them. I got them spaced out.
Wow.
My youngest was still a baby, and I had just lost my mom.
Yeah.
And I needed something to fill that time when I couldn't necessarily sleep and stuff. So I started doing pyrography, which is the art of burning. And so I started doing it on wood.
Wow.
And
that can be challenging within itself, right? It's like almost like a little distraction, right?
It was, because I found that I was, up at night and I was having all these emotions, and stuff. And so,
and then going through that grief or going through things like with family and like the stress of the day to day, right?
New baby stuff, this family, readjusting to the new normal, right?
Yeah.
All those things that were just kind of thrown at me. It really helped me get back to myself.
Yeah. And that's all you can do.
When you start, I'll back up a little bit. So my father was killed in the line of duty when I was 7. So I was raised by a single mom, me and my sister and my brother.
Wow.
And it's a whole new experience when you start walking through life without your parents here.
Yeah.
And readjusting and learning.
Doesn't it feel like you're alone? Like it almost feels you are.
Even though I have my husband, my kids, my amazing mother-in-law, my best friend, my siblings, there's just a void until you experience it. You have to just go through it. You just have to just put on your boots and pull down your hat and just charge through it, you know, and navigate it.
Yeah, I totally relate.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
So I just started burning and doing those things, and it just kind of helped light me back up again.
And then it kind of just did that therapeutic instead of like talk. It's so different. Like when you're creative and then you have like these things and you try to channel it into something, but it comes out beautiful. You can be going through like the shittiest thing ever. The shittiest, right?
Girl, the funny thing.
And then your artwork is actually beautiful.
That's the kicker, is that I'm not an artist. My last art
she's
class
not
was
an artist.
No,
Let's
my
just say
last
she's not an
art
artist. She's
class
doing this.
was in 6th grade. My mom was an artist. I never so much as drew like a stick figure, girl. Like, it just happened. I still don't draw. I can burn things. But if you ask me to draw something, I don't know how to. I guess burn things. I don't know. I guess I spent a lot of hours at night burning to get.
I don't know why you don't recognize it, but you do. You are an artist.
Oh, I am now, but I never considered myself that for 38 years of my life. A singer, yes, a friend, a mother, all those things, but I never identified and thought of myself as an artist. Somebody that decorate, to create something. No, never.
Kayla, you're doing it though. You're doing the beautiful work that she has at her boutique. It's beautiful. She's like got this creative spark. Like every corner that I look into that building, there's something. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like, oh, that's really pretty. And I'm like, Kayla's like, she started her business about the time when I was starting this. So I was like, You must have been busy, because if you did not see it, go see her boutique. It's got everything in there, anything you freaking need, right?
I love it. I look and I create and I find things that I find are personal, and I'm like, somebody else out there has a little wild feral soul like mine. I'll be like, that's cool. I like it.
No, and she just has that type of Uintah Basin style. Everybody loves it. And speaking of, I am actually wearing the shirt that was at her boutique.
That's one of my favorites we have
And I
right
like
now.
it.
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Can't go wrong.
Thank you, Kayla. And okay, we're gonna move on to the question number 2. Kayla, that is really amazing, and I like that. I like your answers. Those are really good. Okay, Kayla, your boutique is deeply personal to who you dedicate your burnout boutique to. How does your late mother continue to inspire your journey on your brand today?
Oh, well, gosh. My journey and my dedication, obviously my children, and wanting to show them that you can do anything that you want to do at any stage in life.
You're never too old.
No, you're not.
Never too old.
You're never too old to discover new things about yourself. You're never too old to chase dreams, any of those things. And then,
You're never too old.
of course, my mom.
Tell us about her.
Everything in my life changed, obviously, when she passed. How I see life, how I see time, my perception of time and what time we have left and what we do with our time. And then purpose. Where am I focusing my purpose, right?
Do you ever have like these questions? Because I have these questions. My grandmother raised me. Like these questions like, I wish she was around so I can ask these things. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it does come to you, in a sense, without explanation.
I have felt more guided on this trip because it's something completely different than what I ever did. And knowing that she has a hand and is woven into every part of this journey. And I know that, or at least my personal belief is that she was my biggest cheerleader on this side. And I know that up there, she is just going, yes,
go.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, like she is rallying
That's
for
what
me.
I think too. I think like they're looking down at you, and then they're basically like saying, I cannot believe you're doing this. And like, live your life down there, because up here it's heaven, carefree. And if you're enjoying it down there, that's the beauty. I'm happy that you found your little place.
No, I do.
You know what I mean?
I know that she's in everything, and trusting that, because a lot of times when in life, in general, in parenting, relationships, starting a business, anything,
It's scary. It's scary.
You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know where you're going. You don't know what it is.
You don't know if you're going to be here for a year. You don't know if you're going to be here for 2 years, 5 years. It's just the work you put in. If you enjoy your business, you enjoy your work, you enjoy the community, you love seeing people's faces, you love helping people. I think your business, no matter what it is, or if you even have one, or what you do here in the community, I think you're already set. Like, you already have that business mentality. You prioritize your time, and you prioritize your family. And
Well, I don't know about that. I think the people that are close to me would say I don't I do prioritize my family, my kids, my husband, all those things, but I do.
I think I might be coming off the hinge on that.
I'm a little focused. Yeah, I mean, it just is.
I
it's one of those
understand,
things.
though. Like, it's just those things that just kind of you go with the flow.
Yeah.
You're going with that flow. You're just really trying to fulfill your day. You're trying to fulfill your business in different areas that's empty. And then you got to find ways to fill those spaces.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's about choosing you courage over fear. Every time I keep going, every time I have a hard day, every time I feel like I don't know what the next step is. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's not just business, that's life. But I remember whose daughter I am. I remember who raised me, a single mom who stood up every day. A single mom who rose to the occasion, my biggest cheerleader here and there. I know that by living fully, boldly, and a little feral, you know, at times.
She's an
that we can get
amazing
through
person. She's
We
amazing.
can get through it. And man, I just,
And I
that's
think-
her. That's, you know.
Yeah, and I think that the immediate family that you have kind of help you throughout that whole entire journey. You know what I mean?
yeah.
In different
Oh, yeah.
places, like your husband, he helps you out when you're like, I'm just so tired. Like, he picks up the extra slack, and like, he just makes you feel like you're okay. And I think they're our little therapists. So it just kind of balances everything. Like, I hate your guts, but I love you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It does. It really does take an army of people in
takes
our
a
lives.
village.
Yeah.
A village.
Yeah, it does. It really does, because in everything that we do, having that really good support system and people that just encourage you and call you out too when you need to be called out and be
being
like, no,
called out. It's
like
just
sometimes that has to happen too.
sometimes I need to be put in my place too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just what it is.
And then, like, not only that, I just really wanted to say this. We're not here trying to be better than anybody or trying to say, like, oh, that's Natalie. She has this and this and that. It's not like I'm like, oh, yeah, I have all this. But it's just like, this is for the community. This is for you. This is what Kayla does. That's for everybody here in the basin. And it's not saying like, I'm better than you type of a thing. And I never wanted to come off like that. I never wanted to make people feel like I have this, so you need to look at me this way kind of a thing.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
I would agree with you. I think it's more about creating a space in my life and in the people that interact with it, come into the shop or whatever it is, that you can be yourself. You can be bold. You can be
you can be anything.
You can be
wanna
lost.
Be. Yeah.
You can be in that
go
season,
through a
and that's
divorce.
fine. Yeah, well, I have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can go through those seasons and know that it's not over yet. That there's so much more to you than just that season that you're in.
Yeah,
that there's
that
so
is
much ahead of you, regardless.
There's so much.
If
And
you
there's
have
so
that
much
spark, you just need to run with it.
I think you don't know what the door. You're only paying attention to the door closed. If you open it, there's just something behind it that's just so beautiful.
There is, and it's
exciting.
It is, and it's that patience and that trust and that just listening.
Yeah.
Through this whole thing, I've really just had to listen to my gut instinct, if you will, of like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what road I'm on, but I'm going to ride this sucker till it bucks me off. And I'm just going to
And
just
if I
do
fall,
it.
only way is up, right? If I fell, it's...
What would I tell my girls when they fall? What would I tell them? You tried, get back on. That's what my mom would tell me. We'd be riding horses, showing, fall off the horse, get in an accident. And she's like, is it a long way from your heart? Dust yourself off, get back up and do it again.
Like, you're still
You
breathing.
got to get back on, girl.
You're
You
still
got to,
breathing.
and that's something I've carried with me my whole life that she's told me, and it kind of echoes in things when those hard days come, is get back up. Dust yourself off. It's a long way from your heart. And you just do it.
And you just do it.
You just do it. You don't know how you're going to do it, but you do it. And you've survived everything you've had to do.
I think a lot of the things, too, is that a lot of women don't get a lot of credit for everything. We can go through anything and everything, and we still smile. We still give love. We still show compassion. We still care.
Yeah, you show
You know
up.
what I mean? You show up. And then even if you're crying, you bald your eyes out in the bathroom for a little bit, and then you come out and you go into Walmart, you see somebody, and then someone brightens up your day.
Well, it's that old thing, your glass is empty and your plate is full, man, and you just don't know where you're going to get the energy to do any of those things.
And life amazes you, who the people you meet.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you the amazing people that have come into my life and become friends.
Or come into your store.
That's the thing. Like, I love it because people come through those doors and they share so much with me. It's more than just, I've never worked retail. I've never done anything. And I don't know if this is like this everywhere because I've never done this before. This is not what I was doing.
She just stuck her feet in the water and went for it.
I didn't stick my feet. I jumped all, I was like, here we go.
And I love jumping the gun a lot.
But the things and the stories and the lives that come in and I hear, it became much more than a boutique. And that's kind of when I knew that this is what I wanted to do, that I was moving forward in, is that it was more than that. It was more than selling a hat. It was more than clothes. It was these human connections that I was making in a place I never thought you would make those connections,
Yeah. Because
it blew me away. And that's kind of what, moved me from my kitchen table to a little boutique trailer that I had and then onto a brick and mortar store. Is just those.
And it's a different feeling for when you go, it's a different experience. Like if you go into like Claire's, you go into like the mall, like no one's like, oh, can I help you? And then you're like, no, I'm okay. But when you go into Kayla's boutique, she's like, what's going on? Like, let's find a shirt. Let's see what looks good on you. She's got a vibe over there. And then I was like, okay, cool.
But wouldn't this world be a better place if everywhere you walked into was like that? Wouldn't we all feel?
I would feel
so much
good. I
closer
wouldn't
and
be like,
connected
I wouldn't
and-
even like want to like make a friend. I'm like, I'll just go hang out at Kayla's.
Yeah, I'd
like,
come and have a cup of coffee.
I'll
do
just
it,
go.
like,
Yeah,
whatever,
I'll go
like-
to like the coffee shop and I'm like, I feel like no one doesn't like say hi. You know what I mean? But then people are
world
weird
is-
too. So it's like, oh, never
I
mind.
think sometimes,
Never mind.
sometimes we get so afraid, not everybody, but like that, to be friendly, to be like, I guess maybe I'm just at this age where I'm like,
Yeah. You're like,
this
hi.
is going to do me. I just want to be happy and live the rest of my life getting to do what I love with the people I love and for the people that I love. And
yeah. And I feel that.
there's good
I
days,
feel
there's
that.
bad days. I'm not always perfect. I'm rotten too sometimes, but it happens. It happens. I try.
She tries.
That's what we all just trying.
And then Kayla, she even brought a little picture of her mom. Her mom is so freaking cute.
So
She's on a horse.
I take
She's
this
on a
with me
horse.
everywhere. It is in my shop because, like I said, my mom's kind of woven into burnout and so many things. And I take this with me every vendor show, so she's there. I
got
take
that
this with
sentimental.
This is my mom riding horses back.
Bring it up to the camera.
This would have been like the
This
70s,
is her.
60s, 70s. You
Look
guys.
at that.
Like that
Wait,
is
if you can see
that
that.
is her.
Do you know where this is?
This is in California, from California. So this is in Fall River, Shasta County, California.
Shout out to Cali.
Northern California. My mom worked in the strawberry fields
Northern Cali.
for 4 years to save up enough to buy her first horse. She did it on her own.
And they're expensive.
Well, they are. And I mean, back then, obviously less than now, but still expensive for them. But for a teenage girl to do that and to show the grit and determination, it built her. And it built her so many of her life experiences to become a widow young.
Yeah.
My dad passed away when he was 33. My
So
brother
she had
was
to
2.
do all of this all by herself. She had to raise kids. How many kids did she raise?
My sister, my brother, and me. I'm the middle. By herself. She didn't.
3 kids.
And she
3
was,
kids.
I mean, I used to.
And it's not like your dad just up and left and like left you for another family. He passed away.
He was a police officer and he was killed in the line of duty in 1991. And so I mean, she just rose to the occasion. She just did it. She has just always been an example and a strong, hard, determined woman. And sometimes I hated that growing up because she was so strong and so. But she taught me what grit was. She taught me what getting back up on the horse was. She taught me what surviving everything is. And when you don't have anything left in you, you do. Because you can't afford it and you can't
like
have
that.
nothing left in you. You know,
She's an inspiration.
she is, and she'd be so.
She's inspirationing me through this. Like I was gonna cry, but this is beautiful. Thank you, Kayla, for sharing that. Thank you. So another question. It's gonna be: clothing can be more than just fashion. How do you believe outfits, hats, personal styles can support mental health, confidence, and self-expression?
Well, I think what we wear a lot of times can be kind of like an armor.
It could
right?
be, yeah.
You know, a hat, an outfit, a piece of jewelry. It can kind of make you stand taller sometimes. You know what I mean? And
I see a lot of posts too, like where girls kind of go out and then they're like taking selfies and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, yeah, girl, you're doing good. Like you do look good. Like I'll like your photo. Like these look really freaking good.
well,
And then just building that confidence for them because you never know who's going through something.
no, well,
Right?
Well, and I know, it's like get up, get dressed, do your hair, do your makeup. Even, and I don't know the people out there that feel this way as a mom, as a wife, there are a lot of days I don't want to. I don't. But if I do, it shifts me, right? At the right article clothes, putting on makeup, taking a shower sometimes.
It's almost
even-
like there that girl is.
yeah, like
You know what I mean?
It can really shift that energy. And so that's what I wanted this to be about. It's not about clothes. It's not about just the hat. It's about self-expression. It's about feeling good and feeling seen and putting on something that can light you up in the world, right? And that's what we need to do. And for some, that's a hat. For some, it's, jewelry, a thing that they do, an activity, whatever
earring.
lights you up in the world and can give you that, can fix and help fix those little pieces of you that you're struggling with right now on the inside.
Yeah.
If even for a moment, that's a beautiful thing. That's a healing thing, right? It gives
And
you
it
a
could
little
be
bit
like
of
the
worth. Maybe
buying
it's
the
not-
makeup also. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it can be,
buying the makeup or doing, and it's not even buying things, but just feeling that feel. And that's why I tell people when they come in the boutique, like they're looking at things, they're checking out, try on the hat. You don't have to buy it. Play dress up. There's a lot in there. Play dress up. Do the thing. Feel good about yourself. See, and a lot of people, I can't wear a hat. I
Because
can't
you
do it.
never
Just
know
do
what
it.
you have in your closet that you could go home and try that's just in collecting
Yeah.
dust. And I know a lot of you women have a lot of clothes that you do not wear.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
You do, and I think a lot of people, you feel one way, you might wear this style one day, you might wear, you might see me in, because I'm a guilty Walmart pajama. I will do the hoodie and the Walmart pajama, and then I'll dress up.
And they're really cute.
It's kind of what I'll go out in town. I found it's funny, the older I get, the more willing I am to go out in town looking homeless. It's true. I'd be mortified sometimes. Sometimes I'm willing to be like,
Yeah.
I dress up and I dress way down.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
You're like, you get what you get.
Yeah, if somebody can feel good in what they're wearing and try something on or try on a hat or whatever it is, that's what I want. My brand, the boutique, the beautiful souls that I get to interact with, that's what I want. And that's kind of the direction this has just been pushing me into. It's not even the direction I had purpose in doing.
Yeah.
It just is what is kind of evolving in my life and for burnout. And I'm so excited about I don't know what's happening next, but
I'm happy what burnout had brought. And the clothing, the texture, the hats, the kind of little.
We've got horns,
everything.
we've got mounts, we've got all the things. It's just a menagerie of things that just make my heart happy.
She's got little knickknacks. She's got the Golden Girls little happy birthday cards, like little greeting cards. Oh, yeah. I was so happy to see that. I'm like, girl, these are cute.
They make me happy. And I was like, I know other people.
And I watch the Golden Girls before I go to bed. It's like my soothing.
Comfort?
It's a comfort, yeah.
It
is.
Show? Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, they're great. I do, but no, I just want people to feel seen.
She wants women to feel seen and loved, and like their clothing. Maybe they don't have to pick clothing, but maybe just dressing up, going there, and then having a conversation. Because Kayla, she's super open. Whatever you're going through, divorce, she's been there.
Yeah,
and then we've all go through
people,
depression. We all go
I've
through
had postpartum
a lot.
when I was with my oldest daughter. A lot of things, but even just to walk into a space and feel like, and no, not even feel like, but have somebody that genuinely cares and wants to hear and listen and be there is something I think we lack sometimes in our society. I keep going back to as a mom, you get so caught up in these beautiful little goblins that you had. I might be the only adult conversation you have while you're stopping in real quick to do something or running between kids, and you just have a moment to feel like you, aside from being the mom and the wife and the friend and the da-da-da-da, just you time, and to have an adult conversation and interaction. I know in seasons of my life that was so needed and wanted. And then, of course, after, my mom passes, needing those connections again and people that don't have to love you, but just do because we're all so individually, uniquely amazing and beautiful. Yeah. You've got to feel that, and
I do.
I want people to feel that,
And she I met a couple of people that's been in that store, and they tell me great things about her and everything. And I'm like, Kayla, and well, she's doing my podcast, so.
Like I said, I've met so many amazing people, and they come in and we visit and we chat in these stories, and they probably learn way more about me than they want to, and I learn a lot more about them, and I love learning
just that openness, and then having that conversation, and then you're like, you can relate to that. Okay, cool. Now I feel more confident in just making feel people. It's not about what you sell, but it's like how you make people feel, right?
Well, people will.
What am I trying to say?
They don't remember what you said.
Yeah.
But they always remember how you made them feel.
There you go.
Right? That's the same thing when somebody hurts you or whatever. Like, I might not know why what you said that necessarily with that feeling. I don't know why you made me happy, but you did. I don't know what
you did.
You
felt something today. You filled something today.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, and that's what I hope I do in every little corner of my life, and that I'm working on is just trying to give validation and make people feel worthy and worthwhile, because they make me feel that way, and I've had so many people do that.
I think when they buy something from you too, it just makes you feel like, okay, like this feels good. Like I feel good about it. Like someone's purchasing something that I created, and it's like I never thought that would have been for sale, but it's there. You know what I mean? And they took it, and like you feel a little heartbroken that it's gone. Then
I do.
It goes to a home, a forever home.
I do. I call them. It's going to its forever home. I literally say that with my hats. They found its forever home. I think that is just. That's one of the best things is when you support a local business and you realize that, hey, you're supporting a life, a dream, a goal, something that has taken hours and not just hours on that project, but hours of skill and learning. And every time somebody walks through the doors, every time somebody makes a purchase of something that I created, it just feeds me. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody, you know what? They bought, they like it, the thing, and I give a little piece of my heart. And every artist and every business owner, whether they create something or they just run the business, they're giving little pieces of themselves, their time, things that they've taken away from their family or added to those sleepless nights, those countless hours. You're purchasing a part of that dream and a part of that, and it just really feeds us in so many ways.
I always like to think it's a part of a story. I think like, because when I was beading, it's all time consuming. So when I bead, I'm thinking about different parts of my life. I'm thinking about the next move. I'm thinking about something else, or like I'm thinking of like my past trauma. I'm like thinking about like my family, like, and then all of a sudden like it gets so lost into it, and I'm basically telling a story when I'm beading, and then because you kind of go with the flow, and then when it goes, I feel so heartbroken when it goes somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, like it's going somewhere else, but it's got that sentimental.
That's definitely because I sit down with a blank hat and my burner. I don't use stencils. I don't use.
Freehand.
I freehand everything, and so I might have an idea of the design that I want, or if I'm doing a custom piece, I kind of draw up what I think it is and get some inspo photos they might send to me. But I just kind of get lost in that, and I do think about the good things in life, the things that I'm struggling with, the things that really I realize in those quiet moments that I need to work on about myself, the kind of person I want to be, mom, all those things. And it really is so therapeutic and healing, and just to sit down there and do that. So I'm sure that's kind of how beading is.
It is good with your mental health.
It really is. It has been one of the best things, most eye-opening things, and sometimes, you know, a very self-reflective thing. And but it's been amazing.
And it's a learning experience, because sometimes I mess up.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoopsie doodle. You know what I mean? And here
You're like,
we go.
oh, okay.
But you know, I find sometimes my biggest mess ups when I'm like, I messed that up. Well, I'm not going to throw away the hat. And some of those pieces are the ones that I'm like, that wasn't what I thought was going to happen, but it turned out really good. You know, like you know, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, like, oh, that's
it's
really
crazy.
good.
And it's like life. The mess ups in life sometimes lead you in a direction, and it ends up becoming this beautiful thing. And so
and then her work, the work that she does, if you haven't seen it, like I'm like, did you do this? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, right. And she goes like, yeah. And I'm like, what the freak? I'm like, this is pretty dope. I like
Sometimes I don't even know. I'm like, I don't think I can do that. And we just let
go
her
with
rip,
it.
tater chip. Yeah, just do it, you know?
I got it. No, that's really good. Dude, Kayla, like she don't know she's an artist. I think someone needs to comment and tell her she is.
Well, I feel like one now, but like I said, I didn't for a long time. I didn't know this about me. It's been a fun
surprise. It was
chapter
hidden.
to turn.
The thing was hidden.
Yeah, I've turned this little chapter. I turned this chapter in my life, and I was like, oh, plot twist. Didn't know I had that in me.
Yeah.
I had no idea. My best friend was like, who are you?
Yeah.
She's known me since I was 14 years old. She's like, you don't draw. Apparently I burn. I don't know. That's what I'm
You're
doing.
like, I do, but
yeah.
just, you
yeah.
know.
I've kept it from you.
Yeah. I was waiting until I got a certain age and just bust out all these
be nearly
these
40
talents.
Just nearly 40. Something new about me.
Yeah. So for this little break, I wanted to show and bust out what Burnout Boutique had done for me. Wow, look at that. She spent all night custom making my very own hat. My very own burnout hat for the Basin is Life podcast. And then just check this out. Wow. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm glad you liked it. I thought, you know what, you needed your very own
Kayla.
burnout hat for
This
your
is
little dream.
beautiful. You know, this is my very first hat.
Is it?
It is.
I love when people get their first hat.
He loves being first.
There it is. You know, I'm so glad
I'm so happy.
Thank you so much for having me and this being a part of your little story too, and part of this dream of yours.
And I appreciate you coming on and then taking a chance. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. And this hat is actually going to be hung in the studio. And I don't think I'll ever wear it. I think I would admire it.
Get you another one. We'll have to do another one for you.
These is just beautiful. Just take another look. Look at that. That is so badass. And she knew I loved cheetah. She just knew I loved cheetah. Freaking awesome.
I mean, I'm just of the opinion, cheetah and turquoise, and you can't go wrong.
I didn't
that's
turquoise.
just,
She
cheetah
thought
and
of it.
turquoise.
She
and
thought of it.
we're good. We're good.
Thank you so much.
Of course, my dear.
Let's move on to some more questions.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do it.
So you truly live by the idea that it's never too late, never too old to start something new, learn something new, or even find good friends. What would you say to someone who's feel like they missed their chance?
It's not too late.
It's never.
It's not too late.
It's never. It's in that question.
It's just your time, right? It's not too late. It's just your time.
The timing.
Now.
The
now
timing.
is the time, right?
I think with mine too, I think it wasn't never too late for me. I think it was just the timing, and I had to get a little older to understand certain things. And like, of course I'm going to mess up sometimes, but it was just, you got to learn this before you do this. You know what I mean?
No, I do.
It's just it was preparing you for this moment.
Life doesn't run on a timeline.
It doesn't.
And we learn that, sometimes we need to live a little, we need to hurt a little. We need
And
to learn a lot.
It's okay to hurt, right?
Yeah,
It's okay to hurt.
Yeah.
But you move on. And there's another chapter, and in that chapter, you're not going to think about this. Whatever you were mad at, whatever you were crying over, whatever you were dealing with, it's not required in the next chapter. It's just that growth that you had to experience, so that way you can enjoy this one. And of course, this next chapter is going to have that too. But you learn, you live and you learn. And when you hurt, that just means that you are human. You're human. You have a soul. You feel. You love. You hurt. It's just that cycle.
It is, we need to remember that starting later doesn't mean starting behind. It means starting.
That's a good one.
It means starting wiser. Yeah. We're starting wiser. We're not starting behind. We're starting wiser. It means
you could be 50 years old and start a business.
This is the thing, is if there's still a spark, if you feel a spark in something that you're doing, in some way you're being pushed. Mm-hmm. It's there for a reason. Listen to it. Just listen and go and dive. That's it. You're
Get your feet
going.
wet.
And be okay with learning something new about yourself.
Be okay about drowning, because that's where you learn. You learn
really,
everything.
it's the rough times in life that shape us. It's the times that we struggle. It's the times we fall. It's the times that we make mistakes. It's the times we hurt people. It's the times that's what makes us grow. That's what makes us learn. It's all of those things.
Yeah.
And just remember just to keep moving and to listen to those things and to do it now. Do it now while you can. And if now isn't the time, then build yourself to that when it is now.
Don't let fear decide for you. Just do it.
Through this journey, I've kind of learned that, like, fear, I've been so afraid and so many unknowns and stuff, but I've gotten so comfortable with fear. I'm like, let's do it, because behind every fear.
Fear's your friend.
I know it sounds weird, but I've been so scared and like so many unanswered questions. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Where is this going? I don't know. But behind every fear that has happened, I've seen and been blessed with so much in my life and met so many people and done all these that I'm like, I'm just going to grab it. Grab the bull by the horns, and it's scary, and let's just do it. Yeah.
What's the worst can happen?
What's the worst?
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Survived worse. I've survived worse than any of this. I know.
At least no one's not like at least no one's like pointing a gun at you. You know what I mean?
Like, it's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Yeah. It's going to be okay. So just go for it. Do it. Listen to your
then you go for it. And you never stop. You never look back, because your choice is already made.
Well, and remembering dreams you might fall in a dream, right? Yeah. It might not work out the same way. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you shift. It means that you change direction. It means that the universe didn't have the way that you saw something happening. Mm-hmm. It just has to shift now. No dreams stop. They might shift. They might change. They might morph into something else. Different.
Yeah.
Dreams can change, right? If you would have asked me in high school, I remember when I graduated high school, they're like, where are you going to be in 10 years or whatever? And I was like, in New York City singing on Broadway. No, that was my dream then, but my dreams shifted. My dreams change. They evolve. They move. And that's okay. Don't feel like because you falter or you fall or something didn't happen the way you wanted, it just means you shift your perspective. It just means that you shift that dream and you let things come and you keep focused on what you want, but be open to the things as they change and the hurdles and the obstacles that you get to overcome, grow, and learn from, So That's kind of
I like that perspective. I like that outlook. I like that how you put that. That's amazing.
I think it's you know how I try to approach life, and obviously sometimes I don't, and we get caught up in those things, but I try to remember that, like through every obstacle, through every challenge, through everything, my goal is there and I can reach that. There's a lot of twists and turns in life that happen, regardless if it's business ownership or whatever, that you don't see coming at you. That doesn't mean you change it. You just roll with it and let it build you.
That's a great answer. Thanks, Kayla. Here's question number 6. How has building Burnout Boutique helped you grow mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually as a woman and a business owner?
Wow. This business,
Take your time.
I'm like, oh,
Take
that's
your
a
time.
lot.
Take your time. All right, let me get the vision.
This business has forced me to grow. I think one of the best things is I've just kind of learned to trust in this unknown spark, like just to trust in it. To kind of hand over my fear and doubt, and just let this journey unfold. It's almost kind of like what we talked about in the last little bit there. I've learned to kind of stand in my own power as a creator, as a mom, as a human. I've to be kind of unapologetic as I move forward, because there's always going to be those things. You know, I had somebody one time tell me that what I do isn't art, and that hurt me very much.
Who the hell said that?
It doesn't matter who said it. What matters is how I reacted to it, and how I let something that hurt me on a very deep level and affected me deeply, how I let that shift and change and be like, that's a you thing. That's not
That sounds
a
like
me
a you
thing.
problem.
That's not a me thing. And learning that, because a lot of times in my life, I have let other people's, I've given so much of myself and my emotions and the things in trying to make sure.
And it really
that
doesn't matter what you
was-
think.
Yeah, that everybody felt good and happy. And where is everybody at? To finally stand in my own power and be like, I don't know if this is going to work. I just feel like it is. And I don't know why I feel like it is.
And that's all you need to go off
You
of.
know, and to stand in that power and to be like, I'm doing this for me. And if it can bless my life in the ways that I saw it blessing my life and my mental health and all these things, then maybe it's going to bless somebody else. And I don't know how something as simple as a hat can do that. I don't know how simple something as a hide or leatherwork or conversation or any of those things. But that has just resoundingly been the echo that keeps coming into my life with people and things and on this journey, is that it's more than the hat. It's more than this. And it just keeps popping up and showing. And those interactions keep happening with my business and in my life. That it's just it's just helped me grow spiritually. It's helped me grow emotionally. It's helped me know that even if I don't know the next step, that dream is there, and that I'm right where I'm meant to be, even though I don't know where I'm going. I'm where I'm meant to be, even though I don't know where I'm going.
And then
don't
it's
know.
like how we don't have the right to judge anybody. You don't have the right to judge us, only because I don't get to wake up with your stress, your problems, your day-to-day BS. You don't get to wake up with mine. So how can you tell me how to feel? How can you tell me that my stuff isn't worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might not be worth it to you, but it's worth it to me.
Yeah. And being okay with standing up for myself and knowing my personal boundaries and being like, hey, wait a minute. I know that you're wanting me to make exceptions for the things going on in your life, but you need to understand that I have things in mind too. And we can have compassion and we can have love for each other. But it's okay for me, and it's not selfish of me to also be like, but my needs are okay too.
Yeah.
But my thoughts and my feelings are validated too. And you don't have to validate them. You don't have to like them. You don't have to agree with them. But they are mine. And for you to exist in my world, you do need to respect, just as I'm going to try to respect yours.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about that.
Boundaries and my own boundaries, stepping up for those. And sometimes I've stepped up for them very aggressively. But I'm learning to.
Did you see how aggressive I almost got? Like that?
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah.
I almost flipped on my mom voice,
Really?
but I didn't, because my 14-year-old was like, "Don't use the mom."
Oh well, don't use the
Yeah,
mom
don't
voice.
use the mom voice.
That's scary. Those voices are really scary. Oh my gosh. That was a great answer. Like that. That's all you can do. That's you know, you can accept it. Like, okay, that's how you feel. Cool. It's not like I'm going to react to it. It's not like I'm going to say, F you, you know what I mean? Like, just like nothing like that.
I don't have to
It's
change
just
your
like,
feelings. You don't have to change mine.
you can stay in that negative realm. I'm
not.
over here.
I'm not
moving
going
on.
to. I'm not going to live there with you, but I'd love to help you out of it. I'd love to live in a better place. I will walk through that fire with you, but I'm not going to live. And you're not good. You know what I mean? Like, that's just.
She's got a lot of heart.
We're just going to keep on going. It's grit, girl. It's just pure grit, determination, stubborn.
Love it.
Stubborn.
Yeah. Who isn't? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Women are
yeah.
stubborn.
I want to be. And I used to think that was bad.
I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny when men try to be stubborn. They just look so cute, and it's like you're not like that. You know what I mean?
It's like, look who brought a spoon to a knife fight. Let's go.
I got like 5 different knives here.
Yeah.
Like, great. So let's just move on. Let's get into this. This is the last question.
Oh my gosh, the last one. What do we got
This
here?
is
I'm
the
looking at her
last
notes now.
one.
What's she going to ask
This is
me?
sad. This is sad. This is the last one. I wish this can go on forever.
Okay.
As a local basin business owner, what does community support mean to you? And what message would you like to share with the basin about supporting small businesses and lifting each other up?
This community has been amazing.
Amazing.
It really has.
Vernal's good. I like the energy.
From the first time I posted a picture of my work on my private, before burnout was even a thought, before this was even a thing, right? When it was just a spark that I was kind of letting ember and like, what is it? This is just for me. And I posted a picture and somebody bought my hat and they wanted it. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do a few more.
Right.
Somebody, like, I can't, like, well, it was like, I was looking around and I had burned like 10 hats or something. And my husband was like, are you, like,
what are you doing with these things?
And I was like, well, gosh, I need to keep purchasing because I like to purchase a really nice hat. So I in order to fuel this passion, I've got to be, just
Giving.
a little bit, something here. And so people started, and then I started kind of posting videos and people would follow and comment. And then I, started selling them and I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll do I started doing vendor shows and I was getting some really cool feedback and people were coming up to me and supporting me and like, just keep going, girl. Like,
and then the question that you get a lot when you go to the vendors is like, do you have a business anywhere? And they're like, no, we do this all at my home. We do all this at my home.
I do this at my home. It had started by this point because now I'm like a year or so into it. Like hats and things were now in like my kitchen. It had moved from my kitchen table to a room that was my husband's like reloading room, and that had become like now my craft room because I was not a crafty person, but all of a sudden
but now
I
it's
needed
a craft room.
And then there was stuff in the hall, and then now I have more tools because I do woodwork too, and I've been doing woodwork with incorporating all this and building things, and so now I've like taken over the garage. Did you have what do you do? So I got a little trailer, a little mobile boutique, and I was so scared to purchase that. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this.
You're like. And then how does your husband feel all about this?
My husband is very supportive in like, do it, babe. He knows nothing about it.
You know
like
what?
He is very much like, it makes you happy, girl. Do you.
Dude, I started.
But as to like, is he in the shop with me? No.
Yeah.
Does he know how to run the, no. Is he there to help me? And like, yeah, he's there, but
he's your biggest fan.
He's like, you want to do this.
Yeah.
Go for it. And
this
he does,
is your thing.
And he'll work hard to help make that happen. He'll tell me when, hey, like, yeah, no, we're not doing that right now. Like he'll be like, yeah, that's you're going way up in the stars. Let's bring yourself, because I believe it or not, after this, and getting to know me, I have a lot of oomph, a lot of giddy up in my step. Sometimes he gives me the whoa. That doesn't mean we're not going to run, but we need to take her down just a little bit for a minute,
Yeah.
And so this community is just. And him and everything have been really supportive. We've talked about how when you walk into those shops, you're supporting that dream, and you're showing somebody that what you're doing, this passion, I'm finding value. And I found value in what I do, and I thought it was valuable. But to see the world and the people and the connections, to know, I was at a vendor show and I have hats in Australia now. I have hats in Germany. I have hats in England. I have people that have bought my hats here or at other vendor shows through the states that I've gone to that have taken those to other countries, have taken my art. And they might not, they see a hat, they see something they like, something I create. But to know that those pieces of me
are all over the world
and loved and enjoyed, and watching as people order and as I ship and as I do these things, that they're living lives and they're bringing love and joy and being worn. I absolutely love that.
It's like children, you're birthed a child and you're giving it to the world, and it never gets old.
I don't even want to talk about that
just
because
kidding.
the first
I'm
child
just
I
kidding.
birthed is only 4 years away from giving her to the world. And
Oh,
she's starting
wow.
high school this year coming up. And this mama heart is going, no, we're only 4 years. No.
my goodness.
But,
So like,
you know,
and then mine too, like, well, with my guy, like, he was like, he didn't even know I started this business. He didn't even know I was like applying for all this stuff. I told him at the last minute. He's like, what? And he had to register everything. And he
Yeah.
was like, okay. And now he's so on board. Now he's like, I think I'm gonna advertise and put your stuff on my car. And I'm like, what?
yeah.
Like, he wants to fully do it, but I'm like, no, don't do it. Like, but he's
Yeah.
like, I want to. I'm like, you realize that I'm not paying you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my husband realized he doesn't. As a matter of fact, he came into the store for Christmas to the shop I own.
Yeah.
And he was purchasing things for like our nieces and nephews for Christmas. Why wouldn't he come in there and purchase? We have candles, we have jewelry, we have clothes, we have all these things. So he's purchasing good. And when I rang him up. He didn't like you know you're a customer. You gotta buy. He's like, what? Yeah. He's like, everything. Yeah. I was like, no, I buy things through my store. Like, no.
And then what did he say?
He laughed. He did it. He was like, okay. And I'm like, we had a great day today at the store.
This is big old buyer that
Somebody
came
bought
through.
all their Christmas at Burnout Boutique.
Oh my
No, but
gosh.
so it's kind of a fun thing. But yeah, no, that support and that growth is amazing. And he does support me and wants to see this little dream grow. He might not understand it at times. And he might be like, what?
Where are you going?
You know, how
What are
many,
you doing?
How many Longhorns do you have now?
And how much did that cost you?
Yeah, I'm like,
I like how he says, how much did it cost?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's okay. It was in the budget.
The thing now is that this little dream of mine is at a point where I'm not necessarily having to take away from our families, but I can just put back in. And she's kind of starting to self-sustain herself and grow. And watching that in itself is amazing to be like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. I didn't think I could do that. I'm doing this. It's doing it. This little dream is doing it.
I wasn't even thinking.
And today, I make a sale. I have people come in. I do these things. And in the back of my mind as a creator, as a business owner, I get to say to myself, I get to do this again tomorrow. Because of the people that came in today, I get to do this dream again tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow I get that again. And who knows? But I get to do it again tomorrow. And thank heavens, Yeah. I think the second part, as I'm looking over your note there, is the second part of that question is if there's one thing I hope that people take away from this small little glimpse into burnout, into my life, into who I am and what this is about, and kind of what sparked this little dream of mine is being burnout doesn't mean you're broken, right?
Yeah.
Just means that you've lived. That's all that means. And so it's okay to be burnout. It's okay. You're not broken. You're going to recover from it. The day is going to get better. The babies aren't always going to keep you up at night. You're not always going to be fighting with your spouse.
And you're not going to go through it too long.
No, you're not always going to be on rough edges with your family. You're not always going to feel ugly in your skin. You're not broken. You've just lived. You've had experiences. You've had life. It's thrown some hard shit at you, but there's good stuff on the other side of that. And so that's what burnout is to me. It fit that I burn hats, but it was just that I was burnout, but I'm not broken, and neither are you. And that's an okay place to be.
Yeah.
Because the other side of that is going to be beautiful for you.
And it is. It really is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. And so that's kind of just the one thing that I hope I leave with people, that you're okay. That you're going to make it. You're going to make it.
You're going to make it.
Yeah. And there's things happening that you don't even know are going to happen to you.
Yeah.
You
never know, too. And it catches you off guard. Oh. It so definitely does. And then when you have that feeling and then you're like, okay, cool, I'm on the right path. I'm okay. It's okay not to be okay, but you realize that you actually are okay. And whatever you went through, it just really didn't matter.
No.
But it just made you a little better.
Yeah, that's the last 4 years of my life is just being like, what's next? Where's this going? What am I doing?
That's what I'm wondering too. I'm like, what's next? Like, what's going to happen?
And not even, and finally that shift in what's next to what's next. Because, right, that shift, that energy, that perspective from going to what is life going to throw at me next? What's the hurdle? Bring it on.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's just let this happen.
I'm ready. There's nothing that I already went through that cannot stop me.
I won't be stopped. I might be derailed. I might change focus. I might have to reevaluate. But this train's going to keep on rolling. You know, it's going to keep on going, girl.
It
That's
is,
what
it
it is. Keep on going.
I like that. You're inspiring me to like a Tina Turner song.
Right?
Yeah.
It popped in there.
Yeah,
Just
it
gonna
did.
do it. I break out in song at the shop
She
too. So
breaks
you guys
out
know,
into songs.
I will
No.
break out into song. It's a thing.
No, she's really
when
good
you
at
can't
it.
get the words out.
She's
sing
like,
it.
I know it.
Yeah,
I
we're
know
just gonna
it.
sing it.
She knows it. Okay, at Boutique. Thank you so much, Kayla, for coming out. Thank you for coming to the studio. I'm so
God,
happy.
It's beautiful. Everybody should check this out. If you're a business owner, man, get with this girl. Like
Get on
it
the
is,
podcast.
it is fun. It is
Get
a
on the
fun thing.
podcast. I make it fun. I make it live. I make it lovely. I make it just suitable for you.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I'm like, are you okay? I made sure she was okay. I was like,
all the
how you
time. It's
feeling? Are you all
comfortable.
right? Are you good? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. She's comfortable.
Now I'm on the other end of it. I'm like, let's do more.
Yeah, she's like, want
Do
more.
let's
We're
do
gonna
this
talk about
stuff.
something else too.
do
So
stuff.
we're gonna come up with new ideas.
Yes.
And then just stay tuned. We are gonna show you some of the hats she's done. I'm gonna show you a special gift she got me. And that is real sentimental. Thank you,
I was-
girl. Thank you, girl. Dude,
This
can't wait to
dream
show
of
you.
yours, I'm excited for this dream of yours. See what it does.
Yeah. Okay, Kayla, tell them about your store and let them know when you're open and where it's at, where it's located.
510 East Main here in Vernal, right on Main Street, right across from the 7-Eleven. That 50 Sev, right next door to Vernal Brewing Company, right in front of VBC. We're closed Sundays and Mondays. A lot of Mondays I'm down there, and if I'm down there, I turn that light on. But I needed a day of the week that was like, if I need to do mom things and I had a physical day of the week.
Yeah.
And then we're open, as long as nothing happens.
Yeah.
Because I try to post on our Facebook.
And this is just the
burnout.
first year.
Yeah. This is we opened in December, the first part of December. So this is all a learning curve. Our hours will change probably for the summer, but we're open 11 to 5 Monday through Friday. We try to stay open till 6 unless I got basketball games or something.
Oh, yeah.
On Saturdays. I have an amazing guy that works for me there named Robbie who has helped me so much and really. Because I've never done this before, so I didn't know how to do POS or inventory or anything. And he was just like there for me. He works Thursdays and Fridays there. So
Wow.
I try to be there. If I'm not, I try to post that I'm not or understand if I'm not. Mom life called, and sometimes that takes precedence, but we try to be there and do the things. And my number's on the door. If I'm not there, call me. I'm probably at Walmart because I'm always at Walmart. I can run down.
She could be there in a sec.
I'll run down.
She'll be there in a
Yeah.
sec.
Yep.
And then if anybody wants to get on the podcast, you have a story, you have something you want to share with the community, hit me up. Let's get you on. Let's get it going.
This has been great. Thank you.
Thank you. The Burnout Boutique had came and brought some of the hats that she has in her store. She's going to show them to everybody and what's available. That's for purchase.
Yeah.
Show
So
them.
I have a lot of different crowns and styles and shapes that we can do. So this is the burning that I do on there. If you guys can see the horse.
And
As
it's
if I-
got the lace. So cute.
So the cool thing is at the boutique, we not only do we do traveling hat bar parties where I can do an event, whether it's a trucker hat or a Western hat or a fashion hat, I can come to you, but you can come there at any time. And I have blank hats that you can do a custom order on. You can just get the hat and then do your own headband, or I can help you with that headband. You can change out all the headbands are interchangeable. So if you have a hat and you want to match a headband to your outfit, to your shirt, something you're doing that night, you can come into the shop or even send me a picture and be like, girl, I'm getting ready. You can put something together for me. And I can put together a hat band for you to kind of match whatever event you're going to. Like I said, we have so many different colors. This one has one of those diamond crowns on it right here. We have the barrel that comes up here. Lots of different things. Some hats are done, like I said, or you can have a vision of what you want on your hat, and we can make that come to life and get you the perfect hat. Sometimes people say, oh, I don't look good in a hat. And I say, you just haven't found the right hat yet. Because you have all of these different styles and shapes. I know I used to think I didn't look good in a hat. It's because I had this like image of myself in like eighth grade Kayla in my grandpa's Stetson. Yeah, you're right. You didn't look good in that hat, but let's find you the right hat, the right fit. And once you do that, like we have these heart crowns here, all these different styles,
It's got
right?
the Q.
Yeah.
The Q on it.
You can do as much as you want. When it comes to like designing here, I can help you throw that together. We've also got some really great for those who are into those more Western hats. And this is going to be this. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful hat. This is a 30X. So those who know about hats, your X value and stuff on these. I mean, you've got a great profile. So if you're into that classic Western on here, we have these available too, whether you want them burnt or not. This is one that's going to be at the Dinosaur Roundup. They're going to be on some of the queens this year are getting hats from Burnout. And so this is one that's going to be there. And it just has that traditional band on it. It's not blinged out or anything like that. I'm going to let those contestants that win come in and pick out the band that they want and do the band. But yeah, so we have all these different colors, all these different options. Lately, I've been doing a lot that are going to be used for beading that people are purchasing, and they're going to bead on them and use them at powwows and different things. But so there's another one, tons of different styles, different things. I have a bunch of, the stuff that I've sold, I take pictures of so you can look through them and be like, oh, I like that. If you're on my Facebook, on Burnout Facebook, I post things. I have a bunch of stuff that's in there. If you ever see or if you're at the store and you see something you like, and maybe right now isn't the time to purchase, but in your mind, you're like, I want one day.
That later.
I like that hat. Take a picture of it, but maybe you want it in a tan and not a yellow. Maybe you want, and then it's something that's similar to that. Obviously, everything's one of a kind, freehand, so it's not going to be exactly like that. But I know the direction that you're wanting to go, and I like this is a style, this is a flower. Maybe you like the feather from here, but the flower from this one, or the skull from here, or whatever it is. Okay, so we can kind of mix those up. But take a picture if you see it, because then when you are ready to get your hat and want your custom hat done, it gives me a direction, and
you're like, I like that vision.
I like these elements of that hat. I like these things. Or you can send me a picture of something, or tell me about the things that you love, and we can put something together that's going to be exactly what you like. Something cool that we do down at the boutique is we offer layaway to our customers on hats, hides, and like my longhorns and mounts and stuff like that. Because sometimes in life, making a purchase is a little bit easier for us if we divide it up into 30, 60, or 90 days. And so I like to give that option to my customers. If you want the perfect hat and stuff, but you know what? I just want to spread this out a little bit, this purchase. We can do that and put it on layaway for you so you can get exactly what you want, and just spread out that payment a little bit over some of those pieces.
And that is really great, right?
Well, I love it because fashion and feeling good and having things.
And money in your budget.
And money in your budget.
Money
and
in
not
the
feeling like,
budget.
well, I got to choose between this and this. Like, spread it out over a couple. Like, it makes it not as hard to purchase something. Even if it's not hard to purchase, if you're like, I don't need it for another month or two, but I'm just going to get ahead and make some payments, and there you are, then it's yours. And that makes it a little bit more obtainable sometimes for people.
That's
right, with
really
everything going on in
That's
life.
super convenient.
Well, it's nice. I know so many times in my life, it's just nice to be like, okay, instead of having to put that all down right now, I can just spread it out, and I can just, do that thing. And so we always offer that to our customers for those purchases that are like the hats, the hides, and the mounts and stuff like that. But we have jewelry, clothing. We're always getting new things in. Also, just in fact, I am actually going to leave here and go to the shop because I've got them out on the racks. I've just got to get priced on. We're now carrying Myra shoes, which are some amazing boots. We'll be getting more and more styles in. I think
Myra shoes.
And we have the Myra bags, and we have other leather bags and stuff like that. But now we have the Myra boots. And I think I have 5 styles. And those 5 styles that I have right now, we are carrying in store size 7 through 10 on most of those. However, I can special order in if you need other sizes. And like anything that grows, as we do, we'll be carrying more sizes and more styles. But I had to kind of spearhead in. And a lot of times, like even our clothing, I really try to source clothing and stuff that if I don't have your size on the rack, whether it's this way or this way, it is something that I can order in and get in the size that you need. And then as this little dream grows, I'm hoping to bring in even more size variety, even more, longer pant legs for my girls, bigger shoe sizes, smaller shoe sizes, kids stuff, all sorts of things, just kind of as this goes and as I'm able to do that. So I'm excited for the future, for growing, for bringing in stuff. But we've got, like I said, the trucker hat bar, the hat bar there. We've got a candle bar where you can go in and make your own candles. And you just not make your own candle, but it's like they're little bead things, and you can layer them. Because when I was looking at it, I wanted to bring.
Oh wait, I got one.
Yeah, I wanted to bring the element of candles into the store because so many people like candles. I love candles. I love setting smell. But I hate when I buy a candle and 2 days later I can't smell it because you go nose blind. So you can layer the scents in this candle, and as it burns down, you get a new scent. So you don't go nose blind, or you can use them in your wax warmers. I have always different scents that are coming in. I love that one.
And then I also purchased this one. It is layered, but I did burn. It did burn.
Yep.
But I layered it. It smells beautiful.
And as it burns through, you're going to get kind of a new
And I'm like
notes.
one of those that smells candle.
But yeah, that's what I hate about when I buy a candle and I can't smell it anymore. And everybody else can, but I've been in my environment, so I can't smell it anymore. We've got the freshies, and we just got so many cool things down there, and we're bringing in some cool things. And yeah, I love it. I walk in there in the mornings. I get there, and sometimes I just like look around, and I'm like, you did this. And I'll do like a little dance, just like old country or rock or whatever I'm in the mood for that day, and just be like, here we are in my little boutique. And so it's
like your second home.
I do. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love being there. I love what I get to create there, and the people that I get to meet there. So it's just, like I've said before, every day I get to do it. I just feel so incredibly blessed in my life to, at almost 42, to be able to say, I get to do something I love.
Yeah.
Today I get to create something, and I get to do something I love, and something that gives me purpose. And hopefully people feel that, and they get to do some of that too in their life, and find that thing in their life that does that for them.
Well, then not only that, like I think a lot of people don't want to wake up like when they're 60 or 70 and said, I should have did that. I should have did that. I should have just freaking did that.
I had this desire, I had this flame, I had this thing inside of me, and I let life and obstacles be what stopped me from that. Instead of looking at life and obstacles as not roadblocks, but bumpers to get you there, right? They're bumpers to get you there, and you just go around them and you let them just bump you to where you need to be in the time frame that it needs to happen. You know?
Okay, thank you, Kayla. Thank you so much for being here at the Business Life Podcast. And go check out her boutique. Go check out these beautiful hats. She's got them all. Okay.
So fun. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Let's see what happens next for both of us, huh? We've got some things happening.
Yeah. Okay.